It recognizes our belief in God, our country, not just individuals, our country, our founding fathers codified this in the documents that founded this country. Our reliance, our belief in God, and our reliance upon God. Of that, there's just no debate on that. You may like it, may not like it. Declaration of Independence, we find these truths to be self-evident, that we are endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights, of which are life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. It goes on in the Constitution to say we are putting together this Constitution in a preamble to secure the blessings, not only for ourselves, for posterity. And that Constitution followed with a Bill of Rights that enumerated those godly rights given to man, including the very first one, which was the right to believe in God and to express that belief anytime, anywhere, including the public square.
33 million. It's proven to the money investors that people want something to feed their souls, not just their worst desires.
Absolutely.
And
yes, indeed.
This kind of sums up my entire dialogue career on the heat of the night. You ready for this? Okay, this is it. My 7 years on the heat of the night. My dialogue all summarized in this. Get right on it, Chief.
Captain Skinner, but Bubba's my name. I like my iced tea sweet and my women the same. I'm your brown-haired badge here in little old Sparta, but nobody's bigger or tougher or smarter. If you're looking to fight, best not be with me. Gonna be held tight, well now we'll just see. You never know in the heat of the night on TNT. Heat of the night on TNT. Now I don't put on any airs, but then I ain't no slob. Just a redneck boy with a blue-collar job. The ladies I date, they gonna have 'em some fun, 'cause I'm a big hunk of crime-fighting son of a gun. So if you're looking to fight, come on up in the ring. You wanna be held tight, just about anything can happen in the heat of the night on TNT. Hubba, 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 hubba. Heat of the night on TNT. Yeah.
Show on the best talk in town. Talk Radio 1550 KXEX. Call Alan now. 559-899-1550.
Guillermo Moreno filling in for the great Alan Autry. He will be back tomorrow on, what do we call it? Fantastic Friday? Fabulous Friday? Free for all Friday? I'm here every Friday and I forgot what Alan calls it. But no, always a pleasure to sit in for Alan Autry, our former mayor and just all around great guy. He talks a lot about his heroes. He's one of mine. I mean, the best mayor in Fresno. And to this day, liberal and independents love Alan just as much as Republicans. It's insane. Like, he might be the one of the last few Fresno mayors that just is loved by everybody. And that's because Alan is an all-around genuinely nice guy. So Alan will be back. And I do want to kick things off with Joe Biden. Joe Biden, thank God, is not in the United States. We should keep him away from the United States as much as possible because he can't screw things up. If he's not here, he cannot screw things up. He's over in Israel. And just a couple of points about Joe Biden's trip. Number one, don't expect him to come back with a Middle East peace. All right. This guy couldn't negotiate his iPhone password. He probably doesn't even know what his iPhone password is. You can't trust him with the glow stick. I heard that one on Dan Bongino's show, and I'm like, that one's going to stick. You can't trust Joe Biden with the glow stick. He's over in Israel. He's not going to come out with Middle East peace. He'll be lucky if he just comes out unscathed and without a stupid comment, really. And that's we should count that as a victory. But he is over there. He has said a couple of surprising things, actually, already. He said that you don't have to be a Jew to believe in Zionism, which was pretty surprising that he actually said that. And it seems that during an interview with Israeli television, I forget what the network, it's like Channel 12, which is pretty big over there in Israel. He said that he would use force against Iran as a last resort. Of course, we know that he's trying to get back into the JCPOA, a disastrous deal, and he's been trying to court the Iranians. He's been trying to pretty much give whatever they want. Hey, how many plane loads of money do you need? I know Barack Obama gave you guys I don't know how many, and I don't think we still know how much money was in that plane. He is willing to give them anything. He's willing to give them anything because Joe Biden, when you think about it, Joe Biden and his presidency needs a win. But don't count on a win coming from Joe Biden in the Middle East. Here's the other thing, and nobody takes me up on this offer. Here's what I've been saying, and this is my new thing now. I've been saying it now for 2 weeks. Joe Biden is my least favorite Biden. You know who's my favorite Biden? Hunter. Hunter is my favorite Biden. You want to know why? Because Hunter Biden, and I'm not going to get off this train. I'm not going to get off this train until someone takes me seriously. All right. And if nobody takes me seriously, then I'm going to be really upset. Hunter Biden should be the Biden that we put out in front of the world. And we tell him like, hey, man, you're going to go over here. You're going to go to Israel. You're going to go to the Iranians. You're going to try to get them back in the JCPOA. We're going to send you to Ukraine. We're going to send you to MBS. Who knows? Imagine if you sent Hunter over to MBS, which Joe Biden is going to meet with later on. MBS. Imagine if Hunter, we sent him on our behalf. He probably would come back with a boatload of oil, some money for his pocket, and some sort of deal. I've been telling you, Hunter Biden is really the brains of the operation. That kid has managed to take money from China, Ukraine, and Russia. Nobody's been able to do that. This is why I'm telling you, send Hunter. And you guys think I'm joking? Here's the sad part. I'm not. I'm really not joking. Hunter Biden could probably get more done than anybody in the Joe Biden, Kamala Harris administration. He probably would be way more successful than Kamala Harris at this point. Kamala Harris, all she's taking money from is like Willie Brown, and that's it. And of course, all the regular Democrats. But I'm saying I'm not going to get off of this. I'm not going to get off of this train where Hunter Biden needs to be the Biden spokesperson. Listen, we have no say. Conservatives have no say. We have no say who he's going to put out in front of the world. Reality, just a reality check. Who is it? Blinken is garbage. He's not good. The Secretary of Defense is also garbage. He's got nobody. Send Hunter Biden. I'm telling you, I'm not going to get off that. So from now on, Hunter should have gone with him to Israel. I'm telling you, I'm not going to get off of it. I know you guys want me to get off of it because now the staff here has heard it for like 3 days. Send Hunter. He's the magic weapon. Send Hunter Biden. At least I'll tell you what, I'm not sure Hunter Biden would have had the same mess up that Jill did. That's not his mother, right? Jill Biden, Dr. Jill Biden. Sorry, I'm not calling her doctor anymore. After the breakfast tacos comment, she lost that doctoral. She's not even a real doctor, by the way. Yeah, she's as much as a real doctor as I'm a real doctor. All right, which is I'm not a real doctor. I just have a JD, and I'm not trying to brag. Hunter, by the way, Hunter also has a JD degree. I think he has a Juris Doctor. Send Hunter. That's all I'm saying. All right, what I really want to talk about is something that it's going to be fleshed out, I think, over the next several months. But the Washington Post, was it the Washington Post? I got to double check. The Washington Post has written an article that Donald Trump is likely to announce his 2024 re-election bid in September. So this looks like it's happening. It looks like DG, I don't know why. I can't say. I said it. DJT, Donald J. Trump, DJT, former President Trump is getting ready to announce in September. Now, it's been no secret that I've been on the former president's bandwagon for a long time. I think he should run. I think I knew it the month after Joe Biden was sworn into office that Donald Trump needs to run again. It was only a matter of when. When should Donald Trump run? And things have deteriorated quite rapidly under Joe Biden. I mean, it is just craptacular right now in the United States, from gas prices to inflation to your retirement to the outlook at, well, Guillermo, he did, gas is on the downturn, 20 cents. Well, yeah, he has also increased it about $2.50. I mean, come on. If you got a football team out there and it's the second quarter and the score is like 50-2, are you going to praise the losing team because they scored a touchdown? Like, oh, hey, congratulations, you're up to 9 points. Yeah, you're still down. You're still down 41 points. Well, the job market is robust. Well, yeah, coming off of COVID, I think 2 or 3 jobs added would have been great. No, I'm not buying what they're selling, which leads me to my plea is really what it is. Donald Trump needs to, and see, I don't know, because Donald Trump is so unpredictable. If he were to announce in September, well, let me give you the facts here, all right? Because I don't want you to think this is me pontificating, as I like to do. Donald Trump, according to the Washington Post here, Donald Trump looks to fall launch for 2024, potentially upending the midterms. Some Republicans, however, fear an announcement will undercut them at a time when they have a strong chance of retaking the House and Senate. For nearly a year, again, this is the Washington Post here, so I'm not reading from a credible news agency, but they all know rumors. They're pretty good on rumors. For nearly a year, a kitchen cabinet of Donald Trump's confidants have told the former president not to announce his 2024 comeback candidacy before the midterms, arguing that it could be a drag on 2024 candidates and would be blamed if Republicans underperform. But Trump has continued to regularly push for an early announcement in private meetings as potential 2024 rivals become more aggressive amid signs of a weakening support among his base. This is very true. You got Mike Pence, I think, was out in Iowa. Ron DeSantis was... Where was he recently? Ron DeSantis is making moves. Mike Pence is making moves, which that shouldn't scare anyone at all. Tom Cotton, not making moves. Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio have been kind of on the sidelines. Glenn Youngkin. Remember, Glenn Youngkin is only, because of term limits in Virginia, he's only a one-term governor. He's been kind of pondering it, you can tell. So I don't blame President Trump for saying, you know what, I might have to pull the trigger early on this. He wouldn't have to pull the trigger early if these other Republican candidates weren't already starting to travel across the country and say, hey, listen, I think we should start, getting out there. I got to take, I'm up against a break, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. But when we come back, I'm going to flesh this out and why I believe Donald Trump should announce this year, but he should announce it in December's a slow news month. No, he needs to announce before the midterms. Let me flesh it out as I try to flesh this out. And let me tell you what the RNC needs to do. Ronna McDaniel and the RNC needs to not make this a democratic process. This needs to be a dictatorship. Ronna McDaniel needs to come out and say, Trump is our nominee. All you others just sit down. Donald Trump deserves that type of reverence is the wrong word. Preferential treatment because he's a former president. If you disagree with me and maybe you think Donald Trump shouldn't run at all, give us a call. All right. Sorry about that. Hey, you mind? Who's got control of the? Can I control it so I can look at the comments? All righty here. Hey, just give me like a minute warning. All right, let's see here. Let's look at the comments here. We have them up, which is good news. Come on. All right, it's freezing. Debbie. It's the only comment I see right now. Uh-oh. All right, I don't see any now. All right, here we go. Triple G. Added jobs are just business trying to get their employees back. He hasn't added anything. That is very true, Vicky. Well, very well said. Very well said. All right, let's go back up to the very top here. Come on. All right, Triple G. That's me. Just got through some thunderstorms up here in New Hampshire. Great timing. Nice. We need water over here in the Central Valley in California. We desperately need a warm day in L.A., stormy day in Clearwater. Golf brought storms in early today. Dogs had to cross their legs for afternoon potty till just a few minutes. We have a dog in the garage, and we always argue who's going to take him out in the morning. That's got to be the worst. We need rain. Amen. We're supposed to get some rain shortly. Elvis, hope it ends before I go to the Elvis tribute concert. Now, how many of you have seen the Elvis movie? Just out of curiosity. I haven't seen it yet. Let's see. All right. Great to see you too, Lane. And we miss Alan. He'll be back tomorrow for Free for All. Let's see here. I'll talk about rain. Maybe I should have started with that, huh? Debbie agrees with me. All right. Wisconsin. Man, I haven't been in Wisconsin in forever. I dated a girl from Wisconsin. It was Vesper, Wisconsin. Her name was Bobby Sue. Do you know that? I dated a girl from Wisconsin. Her name was Bobby Sue. Farmers, but look at this guy laughing in the back. Her dad was a cow hoofer. He took me hunting my very first time. Yeah. That was different. Wisconsin, Wisconsin people. You guys are awesome. I love Wisconsin. Green Bay football is like religion. All right. Well, maybe that's why Alan has such a great audience. A lot of those cheeseheads over there. But man, I love camping in Wisconsin is awesome. I loved it. Wisconsin's awesome.
30 seconds.
Cold as you know what though. Like Chicago, Wisconsin. Fudge. That was miserable. You go outside and you're like your nose hairs freeze. Like you just breathe. That ever happened to you? No? Well.
10 seconds.
Don't be warned. You'll be warned. Your nose hairs will... I'll shut up before the nose hairs goes over the air. That is Spanish for tomorrow. Jill Biden. Mañana is tomorrow. Don't say something that is... Did she go with them? Did Jill Biden go with Joe Biden? I don't think I've seen her in any of the, I don't know. Hey, listen, you don't want to go to the Middle East and insult anyone over there. Like, we could take it here. Especially us Latinos, we got thick skin. But you go over there, I mean, she could start another, I mean, she could really mess things up. So that's good that they kept Jill home. Once again, I want to repeat myself because I'm going to do it a lot. We need to send Hunter over there. He'll come back with tons of stuff. And when I mean stuff, I mean money and drugs. Really, that's what I do. I don't do those. I mean, that's what he'll come back with. All right, let me get out of this one. I forgot to tease. All right, I forgot to tease this story, but let's get through a couple teases in here before we get back, and we'll get time for people to call 899-1550. Do you think Donald Trump should run again in 2024? And when do you think he should announce? 559-899-1550. All right, Amazon Prime Day is over. What did Americans buy? Amazon Prime Day is over. Here is what consumers bought. A consumer website tracking thousands of Prime Day shoppers saw what they bought. The top purchases the last 2 days were Fire Sticks. Amazon, those things, no, they're not an advertiser. Fire Sticks suck. They really do. Am I right? We have one. I found it in the garage. Like, we bought it a long time ago. We haven't done it. And yeah, they're horrible. I hate Fire Stick. They're absolutely craptacular. Echo Dots, Amazon gift card reload. What's a gift card reload? Oh, just you're reloading on gift cards. All right, got it. Frito-Lay variety pack of chips. Frito-Lay variety pack of chips. And a Blink doorbell cameras. Fire Sticks were usually $40, were on sale for $17. Yeah, there's a reason. You know how much it probably cost them to make them in China? Like maybe $2. That's why they're so bad. All right, the top 5 products we bought were household essentials, health and beauty stuff. I don't know who they're referring to as we. I didn't buy that. People who shop spent around $130 per household. $130 per household. The average price per item was $34. The average price per order was $53. And finally, even if you didn't buy anything, you might still get something. Around 1 in 7 people said they bought at least one gift. All right. What'd you guys get me? Nothing? Yeah, I figures you didn't get me. I bet you guys got Alan something. I am seriously jealous of Alan's fan mail. You know, I get Stacey Abrams. Someone signed me up for Stacey Abrams. And then there's this, you know, the resist movement? Yeah, I should bring it in. Someone signed me up for the resist movement, the little fist. So I have stickers with my mailing address that say resist on it. Yeah, some liberal probably thought that was. All right, we'll do one more. Ice cream called chocolate to die for was recently recalled because it could kill people. Yeah, I can't make this up. In a world full of lies and exaggerations, it's always refreshing to see a little truth in advertising. All right, the ice cream is called chocolate to die for. An ice cream based in Kansas City called Belfont, just issued a recall for a flavor called chocolate to die for because it could actually kill people. They got a complaint after someone realized the packaging fails to mention it contains peanuts. For anyone with allergies, it could be deadly. So the FDA posted an alert about it on their website yesterday. All the cartons were sold in stores in the land of misery, also Missouri, and around Tulsa, Oklahoma. The company says they haven't had any reports of people getting sick or dying or having a reaction, but anyone who bought the ice cream could return it for a full refund. So beware, you nut allergy people in the land of misery in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Stay away from the chocolate to die for because you could actually die by consuming it. So there you go. Don't say we didn't save your life. All right, you can thank us. That you know what would have been a pretty epic troll is if that ice cream company would have said, "But did you die?" Yeah, all right. Let's move on here. Let's get this. Alan Autry's never gonna let me guest host again. All right, let's get back on to Donald Trump. Everybody knows I make no qualms about it. I want Donald Trump to run again. Let me take this time again to explain it. My 2-minute elevator pitch. Donald Trump needs to run again because he's the only guy on the Republican side, and really just on any political party spectrum, that could walk in on day one in the Oval Office and everyone around the world would know things are different, things are going to change, and they better shape up right away. Now, do I think Vladimir Putin would just pull out of Ukraine? Who knows? Maybe. Who knows? Maybe. The markets will start an uptick upwards. Come in with so much, how should I say this? I wouldn't say respect because a lot of people don't respect the guy, but they know he means business. Xi Jinping's back was on the wall. China's back was to the wall when Donald Trump started a trade war. He did. I'm not going to say he didn't. The Middle East was on its way to peace. I don't think he actually would have solved peace in the Middle East because I think it's biblical. I don't think there's ever going to be peace in the Middle East. But things were looking better. He's the only guy. If you are a Ron DeSantis, or as my good friend Laura Fisher calls him, Ron DeSatan, if you're a Ron DeSantis fan, the guy cannot get elected and on day one in the Oval start calling these world leaders. He has no rapport with them. He's not Trump. He needs some time to percolate. He needs time. Maybe a vice presidential pick would be great. Who's the other guy? Glenn Youngkin. Listen, I like the guy, but you can't wear. What did he wear? A sweater or a windbreaker throughout the? No, you can't be looking like Mr. Rogers and be taken seriously by me, at least. So I like the guy. Don't get me wrong. I like Glenn Youngkin. Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, thank God, aren't thinking about jumping in. But nobody has that type of ability to walk in on day one, and if he wins in 2024 and just start turning things around. Ain't going to happen. So leads us to the question is when he should announce. A story coming out of the Washington Post saying that people close to the former President Trump, this is how the Washington Post has the call. The former president is now eyeing a September announcement, according to 2 Trump advisors who, like some others interviewed for this article, spoke out on the condition of anonymity to describe private conversations. One confidant put the odds at 70-30. 70-30, he announces before the midterms. And others say he still might decide to announce even sooner than September. Trump has been talking with advisors about who should run a campaign. Oh, man. Get Conway back. Please get Kellyanne Conway. No reason to screw up. And hopefully her and her husband will. I don't wish. No, I'm not going to say it. Get Kellyanne, please. She should run your campaign again. So Trump has been talking with advisors about who should run a campaign, and his team have instructed others to have an online apparatus ready for a campaign should he announce soon. Please don't put Devin Nunes in charge of that. I love Devin, but Truth Social is kind of whatever right now. Don't put him in charge of the online apparatus. So two people familiar with the matter said he's also begun meeting with top donors to talk about the 2024 race. One of these people said while on trips to various places across the country. Senator Lindsey Graham said if Trump is going to run, the sooner he gets in and talks about winning the next election, the better. It will refocus his attention, less grievance, more on the future. I agree. Trump, a Trump spokesperson officially did not respond to comment to the Washington Post. All right, so what do I think? He should definitely. I don't know when he should announce, to be honest with you. I don't. All right, yeah, before the midterm. Let me tell you why. He needs to announce before the midterm because he needs to kind of test the waters and see if he still has the same amount of support. Coming out before the midterms will do one of two things. It will really prop us up or it'll kill us as Republicans in the midterms. If he announces, he goes around the country and does the rallies, which he is very successful at. This guy's a master marketer. He goes out, he announces early, he starts doing the rallies again. He starts invigorating the base. He starts to take control. And if we have a red wave in November, which we're already going to have, he just rides that ship into 2023 and he can claim credit. He can claim some credit with that. And it'll also put Ron DeSantis and all the other Republicans, it'll sit them down and say, hey, you know what? He's announcing early. We're not going to be able to catch up. So he needs to come out and announce early and have the advantage for those two reasons. The other reason I believe he should do it is because he should try and convince the RNC. And this is really, and I'm going to try to get to Harmeet Dillon and Sean Steele, our RNC committee men and women for California, because they're the ones that are our representatives in the RNC. I'm going to make the push for not even having a Republican primary, if that's legal. No, don't even have a Republican primary. A Republican primary, let's just say this happens. Let's just say he doesn't announce early, and that you have Ron DeSantis itching to get in, which I believe he probably is. You have Glenn Youngkin, you have Mike Pompeo, you have Nikki Haley, you have all these people on the Republican side saying, you know what, I think, you know what, you need to sit down, Donald Trump. Your time has passed. If that happens, it is going to be a mess. All right? It will be a huge mess. I think worse than 2016. Remember 2016? Remember they had the JV team, and then you had Trump out there making fun of it, which Marco Rubio has little hands. Little Marco. Lion Ted Cruz. Did his dad kill Kennedy? I don't know. Some people are saying it. I'm not saying it. Ted Cruz's dad probably killed Kennedy. I'm not saying that. Someone told me. And then Rosie O'Donnell. I'm not calling her ugly. Or did he call her ugly? I think he did call Rosie ugly. If the shoe fits. But listen, I think it's going to be, it would be great for us because it would be awesome to cover. I mean, they're going to go at it. Let me tell you, the Democrats, remember when they ran against Hillary, I don't even remember who ran against Hillary Clinton when they did that sham primary. But this is also not out of the question. This is not out of the question because the left, the DNC, the Democrat machine, they always cheat and put whoever they want in. Look at what happened to Bernie Sanders twice. So let's not sit here and pretend, oh, Guillermo, funny, you wouldn't care about democracy because, no, this should be a democratic process. You know what? It really shouldn't. And anybody that tells you that primaries are Democrat processes, these presidential primaries are somehow democratic, they're not. They're more democratic on the Republican side. On the left, they have delegates, they have super delegates, and then they have like super duper delegates, which is it's not democratic at all, which is why Hillary Clinton got the nod over Bernie Sanders, and which is why Biden got the nod really over everybody else. I mean, they were all crappy anyways. It's not like it was some amazing feat, but getting the Republicans to not kill each other is so important for us in 2024. I know I'm up against the break, but I'm going to go over because I really want to flesh this out. We have great candidates. And I'm not saying that the other candidates are not good. I'm not saying that Ron DeSantis is not a good candidate. I'm not saying that Nikki Haley is not a good candidate. That I will say. Mike Pompeo, great guy. Amazing. Who else was the other one that I mentioned? Who else is itching to get it? Glenn Youngkin. Yeah, okay, whatever. They're all great guys, all great people. I like them all. But give Donald Trump the preferential treatment. The guy is a sitting U.S. president, all right? It's not like he's just a regular guy, a regular candidate. He's a former sitting United States president. You have to respect the guy. It's going to be odd to be having a debate and you have a former president who an election was stolen from, and it was. Yeah, no one's going to tell me it wasn't. At least not on my show or on Alan's show. He deserves that type of preference, okay? And then here's the other thing I would tell Marco Rubio if he wants to jump in, Glenn Youngkin, Ron DeSantis mainly. Mike Pence, that's the other guy, Mike Pence, which he's going to be a jerk and want to run no matter what. This is what you need to tell them. Hey, guys and gals, because Nikki Haley's going to want in. It's only 4 years, all right? It's only 4 years. That's it, okay? As soon as he is literally inaugurated, he has 2 years, and then we're all playing this game again. Give him the 4 years. Have him do some pretty harsh course correction. Everybody that wants to be a presidential candidate right now for the Republicans in 2024, I think would be great secretaries of whatever. Glenn Youngkin, he'd probably be great with like Secretary of Education. I think he'd be Mike Pompeo, put him back as Secretary of State. Vice President, give it to Ron DeSantis. Marco Rubio, Department of Homeland Security, not because he's Latino, but because he's Latino. No, put Ted Cruz as Department of Homeland Security. Give Marco something. I feel bad for the guy. Give him something. But all of these people would be great in the administration. Would be fantastic in the administration. It's only 4 years. That's it. All right? Only 4 years. All right. We got to take a break. No, let's just blow right through it. I'm not going to say we, although it would help. The Democrats, all right? The Democrats absolutely need Joe Biden to run in 2024. They need him to run in 2024 because they need another placeholder. I mean, they are so far in the tank right now that if a good candidate, and I don't even think they have one, but let's assume there's a good candidate. A good candidate on the left won't even announce, I believe, because it's just too difficult. Let me give you an example. Let me give you a football example, all right? Because I never played football, nor did I ever try out for football, so I'm the perfect guy to give you a football example, right? All right, whatever. So let's say you're coming in the fourth quarter, all right? Your team is down. Your team is down by 8 touchdowns, all right? I mean, there's no way you're going to come back. And you put Tom Brady in. And there's 2 minutes left. All right, there's 2 minutes left. So Tom Brady could do a lot. He can't come back from 8 touchdowns down. All right, just not going to happen. But you're going to put in the best of all time. You're still going to lose, right? You don't need a sports analyst. You're going to lose. It's done. Game over. So take that mentality into the 2020 field. Even if there is a good Democrat, they're not going to want to put him out there in 2024 because you just can't. You're not going to be able to win. It's just not going to happen. I don't care. Well, there's still a lot of football. This will be not in my example with the 2 minutes, but there's still a lot of football to be played until 2024. Biden ain't gonna. This is the Titanic, and a horrible reference to the Titanic. This thing is sinking fast. The Democrat Party's chances in 2024. This is why they need, because that no good candidates are going to want to jump in, and they don't even have a decent placeholder right now. They don't. And they need Joe Biden in there because of those 2 reasons. Here's the third. They need Joe Biden because Kamala Harris could do some disastrous. She will absolutely drive this party even further into the ground. You want to know why they don't want Kamala Harris in there and why they'd rather just have Joe just be a placeholder in 2024? Because Kamala Harris would come in and refocus on race. Oh, Guillermo, why is that a problem? Oh, it's a big problem because I got to be careful how I say this. The top priority for America right now is not race relations, okay? The top priority for America right now are prices. Prices at the grocery store, prices at the pump. If they hand over the baton to Kamala Harris, she's going to be bringing in her own slate of people. She's going to have some crazy ideas, and she's going to feel entitled to 2 terms after that because this term wouldn't count against her. She would be entitled or feel entitled because she is a black woman. They don't want to deal with that. And not only that, I guarantee you right now, Kamala Harris, guarantee you, Vicky just posted something that's very true. Don't forget, all right? Don't forget, Joe Biden has 92% support amongst the Democrats right now. Don't forget that poll, all right? Yeah, don't forget that poll. Kamala Harris would start to talk. You don't want her talking, period. But they definitely don't want her to talk and blab about how the Biden administration has probably treated her. There is so much bad blood there. They don't want Kamala Harris to come out and to just divulge all that nonsense. So that's why I'm telling you right now, good candidates for the Democrats aren't going to want to jump in 2024 because it's such a mess. They don't even want to deal with it. All right. They need to buy some time. And their chances of winning are very, very, very minimal. And Kamala Harris just ain't ready, and they don't want it. And she's so unpredictable, they don't want to hand her the baton. Which it makes perfect sense why they haven't gotten rid of Joe right now. Think about it. Why haven't they gotten rid of Joe? Because of what I'm telling you exactly. It wouldn't surprise me because we're all like, who's pulling the levers behind Joe? Is it the Obamas? Who is it? The Obamas don't necessarily think highly of Kamala Harris as well. He is a placeholder, and he's going to be there for the long haul. They're going to make Joe. I don't feel bad for Joe, but they're going to run that man to an early death. They really are. Because they don't care about him. Because the left doesn't care about anybody, all right? They don't care. As we saw, they don't care about Latinos. They don't care about the African American community. They don't care about anybody but themselves and staying in power. Joe Biden is just a pawn by the left. Now, you know who I really wish would run? Just because I really want Hillary Clinton to run. I love Hillary Clinton and just what a disaster she is when she runs. It would be great. You don't think so? Hey, come on. Who doesn't like in boxing, right? Who doesn't like rematches? Trump, Clinton. Oh man, that would be fantastic. That would be my dream come true. That would be I hope she runs because she's such a train wreck that she would have. Anyhow, any rematch of 2016 or 2020, I think would just be fantastic. All right, let's get to some of the comments here on Facebook Live. The 92%, that's right. Don't forget support to hold him up, maybe. Support to hold him up. No, and here's the thing about the polls. Don't believe them because they're garbage. They always have been garbage during the Trump administration. There was another comment earlier on saying that here we go. Debbie, beginning to think January 6th ain't going to cool off. Huh. Beginning to think January 6th ain't going to cool off. I think it is. I think it is because people don't care about what they're... Well, first of all, the American people are reasonable, all right? Except in 2020 when they were not reasonable. The American people are reasonable. If they had a clear connection, because that's what this January 6th committee keeps talking about. Oh, there's a bombshell. We're going to connect the dots. We're going to connect the... You know what? It looks like the night sky up there. You can't connect anything. There's no dots they're connecting. They have no smoking gun. And I even said this, and you might disagree with me, but I truly believe this. They could have audio, all right? They could have audio of Donald Trump saying, I love what's going on, from January 6th. I love what's going on. I just slapped the Secret Service guy and tried to grab the steering wheel. All right, I'm throwing stuff around here. I can't stand this. I lost. I hope they go over. I hope they march. I hope they take Nancy Pelosi's laptop. Who knows? We might have another laptop from hell. I hope they go in there. I hope they take down all the paintings. You know they want to take those down anyways, this woke left. You know, I hope they crash all the... I hope they just tear the place up. I hope they do. I really do. They could have audio of him saying that, and I bet you America still would not care. You know why? Because nobody cares. Nobody cares about January 6th unless you're on the hyper left, unless you're progressive left, and it's like a must-watch TV for you. Those are the only people that care about January 6th. The app, and remember, if they had audio, I still don't think they would care. They don't have audio. They don't have any connection to Donald Trump where a rational person could say, oh, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, horrible guy. They are reaching. At a certain point in time, you just need to come out and just give us what you got. And they're not doing that because they have nothing. So I think January 6th, okay, Debbie says it's not going to cool off. It won't cool off because now you have Donald Trump. If he decides to announce early, then January 6th is just going to have that much more ammunition, right? I mean, they're going to go at him even harder, which is probably why, if you think about it, why they're dragging this out so long. Because maybe they're wanting Trump to jump in so they can get some kind of movement on the January 6th committee. So there you go, yeah. But yeah, great comment. All right, now we definitely need to take a commercial break because we're long overdue. 559-899-1550, 559-899-1550 if you want to get in on the show and let me know if I'm on the right course, if I'm not on the right course, or whatever. But when we come back, what should we do? The nuclear plant, or as W said, nuclear. The nuclear plant accidentally sends voice alert warning beachgoers to evacuate, and a Good Samaritan leaves a $4,000 tip for a single mom bartender. All right, we'll be back here on this National Mac and Cheese Day. National Mac and Cheese Day here on the best talk in town, Talk Radio.
Valley Fitness, that's why. Why Valley Fitness? Because Valley Fitness is more than a gym. It's a community dedicated to helping you reach your goals and become the healthiest that you've ever been. That's called the Valley Fitness difference, and you'll see and feel it from the moment you walk in to any of the 10 Valley Fitness locations in Fresno and the Central Coast. You'll be met by a friendly and motivated staff dedicated to helping you reach your fitness goals. And they all believe in the Valley Fitness motto, it doesn't matter where you start from, it's where you end up. So whether you're just starting out or you've been working out your whole life, Valley Fitness is for you. From the state-of-the-art weight and cardio equipment to community boot camps and individual training, Valley Fitness has everything you need to get healthy and stay healthy. So go to valleyfitness.com right now to get started. That's valleyfitness.com. And remember, fitness is life. And it all starts at Valley Fitness.
1 minute.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in.
Let me play the bumper.
You can either pay them.
Because I'm gonna do the National Mac and Cheese bumper. Mac and cheese. Let me know when. Give me a countdown from 10.
Oh, you know what?
30 seconds.
How much time we got? 11 minutes. Yeah, I'll control it from here.
10 seconds.
4194. That's 800-380-4194.
Welcome to the show.
You know what today is.
Of course I do.
It is National Mac and Cheese Day.
It's so cheesy.
I love mac and cheese. Great.
Mac and Cheese Day.
Cheesy.
I love mac and cheese.
National Mac and Cheese Day.
You ready to start?
Say cheese.
Cheese.
Let's start the show.
It's showtime. Hit it.
National Mac and Cheese Day. I love mac and cheese. I love the Kraft one. You know, the crappy one? Where the powder looks like, it looks way too chemically. It's like, that's not natural. I've never seen a cheese glow that bright orange. I do love mac and cheese. And I'm vegetarian, and sometimes I just don't like dairy. So have you tried the vegetarian mac and cheese? Like those vegan, vegan. Oh man, that tastes like that's really bad stuff. It's craptacular. It is not good at all. Not good at all. All right, what do we? Okay, the nuclear, and I'm saying it that way because that's the way one of the former presidents used to say it. A nuclear power plant in New Hampshire freaked some beachgoers out when sirens started going off, an announcement saying that there was a problem at the plant. Apparently, it was all sent by mistake while the plant was testing out the alert system. Who's in charge? Homer Simpson? All right, whatever. Here's the alert that was sent out, followed by two people on the beach, Noel Quinn and Paul Driscoll, breaking down what had happened. Homer Simpson did something wrong.
Attention, there is a problem at Seabrook Nuclear Power Station.
I heard someone over a speaker say that there's a problem at the power plant and to stay away from the beach, and I thought it was scary.
People started coming out of their cottages. They couldn't believe, what we just heard.
We're seeing people run off the beach. We're pretty scared at that point.
Yeah, it was a mistake. That announcement, though, sure sounded non-mistake-ish, right? There's a problem at the power plant. Please leave. I don't know why I sound like JFK. All right, here we go. Good Samaritan leaves $4,000 tip for single mom bartender. I love it. I love it. A Texas bartender was left $4,000 from two Good Samaritans she'd never met before. Here's a single mother, Chelsea Bell Landtrip, talking about how it happened and how grateful she is. See, this is what we need. We need some good stories.
I live paycheck to paycheck. I don't have extra money right now. Two random girls came into the bar, never seen them before. She ordered the whole house around, started off with $1,000 tip. So I started crying. She's like, no, that's not good enough. So she raised it to $1,500. She looks at her friend and says, no, that's not good enough. Raised it to $2,000. And she left me a $4,000 tip. She's a gift from God.
That's awesome. We need some good feel-good stories like that. That's, it's so tough. It is so. Oh, we do have some breaking news here. Ivana Trump, President Donald Trump's first wife, dies at 73. This is just breaking right now out of New York City. Ivana Trump, the first wife of former President Donald Trump, whose high-profile marriage was only eclipsed by the divorce, has died this afternoon in her Manhattan apartment. Police responded to a call of a person in cardiac arrest on the 10th East 64th Street on the Upper East Side at 12:40. The death is not considered suspicious, and officials say she appears to have died of natural causes. The Trump family released a statement confirming her death. It is with deep sadness that we announce the passing of our beloved mother, Ivana Trump. It read, our mother was an incredible woman, a force in business, a world-class athlete, a radiant beauty, and caring mother and friend. Ivana Trump was a survivor. She fled from communism and embraced this country. She taught her children about toughness, compassion, and determination. She will be dearly missed by her mother, her 3 children, and 10 grandchildren. Trump released his own statement through his social media platform, Truth Social, saying, this is President Trump saying this, I am very saddened to inform all of those that loved her, of which there are many, that Ivana Trump has passed away at her home in New York City. She was a wonderful, beautiful, and amazing woman who led a great and inspirational life. Her pride and joy were her 3 children, Don Jr., Ivanka, and Eric. She was so proud of them, as we were all so proud of her. Rest in peace, Ivana. Ivana Trump married Donald Trump in 1977, held key managerial positions in the Trump organization. She ended up developing her own clothing line, jewelry, and beauty products. She was the author of several books, and the latest called Raising Trump. And she also wrote in an advice column. Ivana Trump has passed away at the age of 73. Our prayers are with the Trump family, and just a sad note there to end the show on. All right, back to speaking about Trump again. We'll see. Hopefully an announcement will come, and he will be running. So obviously not going to come anytime soon because of the news that I just delivered to you. But let's go out to our social media stream and see what some of the comments are. Condolences to the family. Seabrook plant. Oh, okay, yeah. I was talking about the Seabrook power plant in New Hampshire. Yeah, we have some viewers from New Hampshire. New Hampshire. I've never been to New Hampshire. The primary. Everybody I met in college that was from New Hampshire, I just called them the primary state people. They were so mad. I was like, "Hey, you're that primary state girl," and she's just like I have a name. I'm like, I don't, you're the primary state girl. Like, hey, the primary state. I don't know why in college I thought that was a big thing. All right, let's go to some audio. Let's end on some audio. Let's end on some good audio. All right, science names the best songs to fall asleep to. Do you fall asleep to music? A new scientific study claims to have found the best song to do it, and they even break it down by genre. Here are the number one songs for rock, pop, and hip hop. You're having trouble falling asleep? These are the songs apparently that you should listen to.
My gift is my song, and this one's for you. Nothing else to change today.
That's Billie Eilish, right?
Say I love you. Unless I stuck by you.
How can you fall asleep to that? You can't fall asleep to that at all. You can't fall asleep. All right. What should we do here? Hallmark. Oh, I love it. All right, this is a comedic bit here for all of you that like Hallmark. And I'm not saying that Alan's Army likes Hallmark, but they tend to be a little older, so they probably would like Hallmark. And I'm not saying you're old. Watch the numbers go down on all of his socials now because I said that. This is a spoof. All right, this is not real. Hallmark Christmas in July.
Tonight, Hallmark's Christmas in July celebration continues with Christmas with a Gymnast. He's a tilt-a-whirl ride operator with 4 teeth and a precocious 6-year-old son who's doing time in juvie. She's a gorgeous retired gymnast who can't have a child of her own due to a bad dismount at the 2018 Summer Games.
Oh!
Ouch. Will they meet and find love? Come on, pull your leotard out of your crack. It's Christmas with a Gymnast tonight on the Hallmark Channel.
Hey, come on, listen. It's a parody. That's exactly how Hallmark is. It's pretty predictable. All right, in the last couple of minutes, here's not headline news. I repeat, this is not headline news. I do it for my show, and let's give Alan Autry's audience a little bit of not headline news.
This is not headline news. Scorching temperatures all over the country. It's so hot my Uber driver gave me a choice of 3 different body odors. Pete Davidson says his dream is to be a father. The only thing standing in his way is women not wanting a kid who looks like Pete Davidson. Anthony Weiner's ex-wife, Huma Abedin, is dating Bradley Cooper.
No way!
Weiner is reportedly so depressed, he's refusing to take pictures of his own namesake. The new emojis coming out this year include maracas, a donkey, and a flute. Finally, I'll be able to finish my text message to the station's receptionist. This is not headline news.
All right. Hold on one second. Bradley Cooper, like the guy from The Hangover, is dating Huma Abedin? Is this true? Clinton, wow. I didn't know that. Didn't know that they were dating. All right, I think Bradley could have done a lot better than Huma Abedin, but whatever. Nonetheless, some shocking news here at the end here. Some shocking news. Again, prayers with the Trump family. right now during this time. And as Alan says, just try your best and let God do the rest. Top of the hour news coming up after Legal ID. Talk in town. Talk Radio 1550 KXEX. I timed that pretty good. Fresno. All right. Alan's Army, Autry's Army. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I don't even know if I'm still on. Am I still on? I'm still on. Good. All right. Hey, I really appreciate you tuning in, and I will be back tomorrow, as will Alan, the man of the show. He'll be back tomorrow. Everybody have a great, safe rest of the day. Let's see, Betsy, Vicky, everybody, Dolores, everybody, Lane, everybody listening and watching on Facebook.